love you, Benji.
Like, girl, you know we forever, girl. We gotta do better, don't you cry over this phone, girl. Get yourself together, I can buy you a new Benz, girl. Your seats will be leather, yeah. We didn't got it in now, so we cannot be friends now. Alone all again, I'm alone all again, yeah. Here you go, keep telling your friends that it's over again, yeah. I don't like the sound of that, girl, yeah. It's making me sick, yeah. Every time I'm calling your phone, you be out with your friends, yeah. I slide in, I got you streaming to the top of your lungs. I like a hoe, we might go slow, but it ain't nowhere to run. My angel, baby, come comfort me when I'm asleep. I seen you with them, girl, and it made my stomach weak. Yeah, it's over again, yeah, it's over again, yeah, it's over again. I can't believe it's over again, yeah, it's over again, yeah, it's over again, yeah, it's over again, yeah. I slide in, I got you screaming to the top of your lungs. I like a hoe, we might go slow, but it ain't nowhere to run. You my angel, baby, come comfort me when I'm asleep. I seen you with them, girl, and it made my stomach weak.
I love you, Benji.
Like, girl, you know we forever, girl. We gotta do better, don't you cry over this phone, girl. Get yourself together, I can buy you a new Benz, girl. Your seats will be leather, yeah. We didn't got it in now, so we cannot be friends now. Alone all again, I'm alone all again, yeah. Here you go, keep telling your friends that it's over again, yeah. I don't like the sound of that, girl, yeah. It's making me sick, yeah. Every time I'm calling your phone, you
All right,
be out with
man.
your friends, yeah.
Yo. Welcome to Ped Talks, episode 2. Let's get it going. All right, y'all. It's Ped Talks, episode 2. I got 3 more Peds we're going to be going over tonight this time. Luckily, they're not all from the same sire, so we should see some difference in this one. So, maybe tonight we'll have some time to actually get into the sire side, which we didn't do last time. Have some fun with it. Go back and forth a little bit, man. If you in here, drop some for me in the comments. Happy Friday to y'all. Big event going on in the community tomorrow, man. That's shared, my guy William Rosado. Thank you. I appreciate the share. We got a big event going on in our community tomorrow. Huge event. Rumble in the Jungle. The thing started out as an exotic show, mostly showcase for those dogs. It's been spreading though, like a wildfire. It's starting to grow into our community. So shout out to June Williams in that. So I know it's busy this time of year. Definitely today, people probably flying in and out of Texas. So if you tuned in with me tonight, I appreciate that because it's a lot of things you can be doing in the dog world, outside of the dog world. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in with me tonight. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run through these 3 pets tonight. We're gonna see what y'all think about it. I'm gonna get my input on what I think about it, and we're just gonna have a little entertaining back and forth with each other tonight. So this Ped Talks episode 2. Let's get into it, y'all. Man, I love that disclaimer, yo. These are my views, my perspective, my opinion. If you feel a way about this, I don't care. Share your view, share your perspective, share your opinion, and man, we can grow together. So let's get into this first pedigree, man. Let me bring that up for y'all. This dog named Diamond, right? Let's get down into this a little bit, right? Let's start with his mother. So the mom of this pedigree here is what we see, Lucky Luciano, line bred Lucky Luciano, right? So this girl is a granddaughter of Lucky on both sides. So I'm feeling that already. I like to see line bred girls this way. So let's find out what's behind her a little bit, and let's see if we can see kind of what this girl bully tequila. Let's see what if I can. Let's see what she's made of, man. Okay, so it gets a little more interesting behind her as well. She has some phenom back there. All right, so she's phenom behind the mom side. Let's go back up. So you got Phenom, which goes back to Dax. We know Lucky Luciano was also Dax. So this girl here, Tequila, she's a Dax dog. She has some Dax blood. So they took that to Lucky. So that they're multiplying on their Dax blood there to make SPB Bella. So now I'm interested to see what the mother on the top side of this pedigree, Ivy of MMB. I'm interested to see what they took to Lucky and what they used. So, interesting, right? Interesting. So I opened this up. This is my first time going through this with y'all tonight. I didn't go through this previously, so I'm seeing this for the first time with y'all. So when I open this up, I see Miyagi. That's immediately interesting to me, right? It's okay. I see some unknown parentage. I don't like to see that too much unknown. Really don't know where that's going. And this is only like, five generations back. We're talking about unknown parentage. I would like to see, at least it completed at this point, going back that far. Well, it's really not far. It's kind of close. I would like to see that completed. So then, we see some that some Miyagi. I don't know. People said Miyagi was a bunch of different dogs. He said you got a tall Miyagi, a standard Miyagi, a pocket Miyagi, and an exotic Miyagi. So I don't know. I wasn't around during that time, but here we are, Miyagi, right? That's interesting. Uh, so Miyagi created this dog Venom. Nice looking dog though, right? Nice looking dog. You got to think for the time that this probably was bred. There's some years back. It's pretty nice looking dog there. All right, so we got pretty much we got Dax going in down here, the inbred Lucky Luciano, right? I'm sorry, line bred Lucky Luciano, grandmother on both sides of J and M Lola. So scroll up a little bit, check out this dog here, Chastity Bullies MF Cause. All right. Conspicuous Lethal. It's an Eminent Boss Son. Eminent Showgirl. I like what Eminent did in the back. They had some pretty good dogs. Whether it was Runway was a good one. So we know Boss is a Dax son, right? Phenom. Wow, look at that. Boss was bred. Boss was bred. They took a Phenom daughter and bred her back to Phenom. They took that back to Dax. And Phenom is a Dax son, right? So Boss was bred. Boss Boss was bred. So I think that was something back in that days. That was a hell of a breeding, right? Um, let's check out Eminent Showgirl. So you're not seeing a lot on Eminent Showgirl, but hmm, this is interesting pedigree already, right? We got a we got Phenom daughter, Eminence Glamour, back to Phenom. So let's go back to this again. Let's check this out. That's that's Showgirl. So Showgirl is inbred Phenom. Let's look at Boss again. Hmm. Eminent Bully Madness, this mom of Boss, also inbred Phenom. So inbred Phenom daughter. Hmm. And then Eminent Boss's mother is also inbred Phenom. That's interesting. That's interesting. So that gives you this dog conspicuous lethal. The way I'm looking at that, I kind of feel like a dog bred like that, conspicuous lethal, he's pretty much bred to produce, in my opinion. He has a lot of phenom blood in there, very close to Dax. So you're pulling that phenom. You're also pulling on that Dax again. But he's heavy on the phenom side, right? I like it. I like that a lot. And then he's bred to produce. You look at this dog here, this Tri City Bullies MF course. He has a similar look. He has a similar look in the face to Lethal. So I would like to see more productions from the conspicuous Lethal dog because he threw the look on this dog, Tri City Bullies MF course. I can definitely see Lethal in this face, the shape, the muzzle, you know, color. But color aside, I'm seeing features, head shape, muzzle, stop, eyes. I wish I had a better shot at Lethal, like head on, like I'm looking at Cores. I'd be able to, tell some more. But Cores is producing. Lethal is producing for sure, right? He's throwing, but man, you talking about double inbred phenom behind him, right? Eminent Boss's mom is inbred phenom. Eminent Showgirl herself is inbred phenom. So I'm looking at this pedigree for the first time. I've never seen Lethal's pedigree, but I like it. I like it a lot. So that gives us Lethal. So let's look at this. We know what Big Red is, but if just for the people who don't know what Big Red is, let's just click on Big Red. Go back there a little bit. This is more Boss, right? We're talking about more Boss. Rocco's son, Boss, right? Chavez Bully Camp, Cash Pot. Everybody knows Cash Pot. Yeah, Midwest Monsters, Pimp Juice. Wasn't around during this time, but I heard a lot about this dog. A lot about this dog. A lot of people say, this Midwest Monsters stuff is the reason why Big Red is such a huge dog. But I can't, really speak on that. Not for sure, but I heard a lot about Midwest Monsters Pimp Juice. So let's go back forward, right? So this is basically Rocco is Boss. So similarities we got going on here so far. We got Boss. We got Boss himself here, and then Folk and Big Red. He's Boss grandson. You're gonna run that back through Rocco, right? Boss. Boss is Dak's best son. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I think a lot of people try to put a phenom in that conversation, but as time will tell you, like it looks like it's Boss for sure. Let's see what Queen Ivy is about. See, here we go. We're starting to see a trend here. There's a trend. Boss, Boss, Boss. We're seeing it. We're seeing a lot of Boss, right? And we go down here. We got some unknown parentage. Right. So we saying Boss pretty much is consistent on the top side of this pedigree. So once we see that Boss, we know that Dax is coming behind it. So We got Boss himself, and the Showgirl. So it's a lot of Fab Phenom and a lot of Boss. So the most consistent thing you probably see on the top half of this pedigree is Dax. Down here, same thing. We got Lucky Luciano. Lucky Luciano. That's going to take you back to Dax. So this is pretty consistent line breeding on Dax. Granted, all of these dogs pretty much in one way or another relate to Dax, but this one here, you can kind of see it's a lot closer than others, especially with so much inbreeding and line breeding going on. We got the line bred Lucky on the bottom. We got Boss himself on the top. That's going to take you directly back to Dax. Then you got Folk and Big Red, Rocco, taking you back to Dax. You got Cash Pot on Big Red side, right? It's going to take you back to Dax. It's a lot of Dax happening here. And then, outside of that, I'm gonna say you're gonna pull in a lot of Boss too, because that Boss is coming in a generation after that Dax, or a generation closer to what's current. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna wrap this pedigree up. I'm see what y'all think about this one. I really like this one. So I didn't know what was behind that when he sent it to me, but now that looking into it, I really like that one a lot. So what's y'all thoughts on that? Any comments? Should we be talking about Rocco shit? Back to Dax. Yeah, I mean, what about the Rocco going back to Dax? How far after Rocco are we talking about? Oh, okay. Rocco back to Boss. You're saying the Big Red going back to Boss? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. So you got Rocco son, then he's going to Lethal, which is a Boss son. Yeah, that's something there too. So you're still gonna be pulling in on that. Yeah, you're still pulling Boss, right? You're still pulling Boss a lot closer in this pedigree and in these generations than Dax is. So you can be pulling a higher percentage of what Boss is, and it's a lot of Fab Phenom in here too, right? So, but all of this eventually goes back to Dax. So I would be interested to see the COI on this. I'm sure the COI from Dax and Boss is going to be very close. So a lot of people that say, hey, I'm trying to lock in on some Boss. I'm trying to lock in on some Dax. This conspicuous lethal dog might not be a bad idea for you. Boss is there. I like it. It may not be a bad idea for anybody that thinks that they want to go back and lock in on that, right? So how I'm gonna try to word this the right way. Like, how hard is it to see a pedigree in our community that's not loaded with Dax? Like, how do you spread the Dax out? Anybody? How do you spread the Dax out in these pedigrees? Because you look at this Boss, Dax, Phenom, Dax, Lucky Luciano, Dax, and all this is inbred, line bred. He had a huge impact on the look of our breed today and where it's headed to, right? So if you're line breeding dogs, they got different moms, right? Run it to Grim, spread it out. Right. How far you gonna spread it out? Right. You gonna run it to Grim, and then Grim Daddy Rocco, he gonna go back to Dax. How we spread that out? And then Rocco Boss Dax. We still gonna end up getting back to Dax. So like it just may not be no way around Dax. It's just depending on like how far back is Dax in your pedigree, because it don't look like we're getting around it, man. So even when we trying to spread out our breedings and maybe say, hey, it's time for an outcross, how far out are we crossing if Dax is lurking? How far do we need to push Dax back? Right? That pedigree, the bottom side of that pedigree we just looked at, raises the edge of Michael in the only way. Right. That's what I'm thinking, right? It's gotta be more to that though, right? It's gotta be more. I just don't know off the back of my hand. But this pedigree we just looked at, Lucky on the bottom, both sides on the mom, Lucky grandmother. I'm sorry, Lucky grandfather on the father and the mother side of the dame from this breeding. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then we go up top, Big Red. It's gonna eventually take you back to Dax. Emily Boss gonna take you back to Dax. Right. We got an interesting question right here. He said I have K3 to Offset and then K3 to Veneno. Should I run them two together? I don't know those pedigrees. Send it to me. Send it to me. We'll pull it up right here, right now, and break it down on the spot. It'll have to be quick because we got some other things that we're gonna move on to. But send that to me real quick. Real quick. How much is too much? Or like they say, keep going until it starts to break down. I can't tell you how much is too much. I haven't pushed that envelope yet, but I definitely would not say that. I said this last week. You can't take somebody advice to say do it 1, 2, 3 times and then outcross. They're gonna need more. They're gonna need more information than that. Just because they did it 3 times and it fell apart, that don't necessarily mean it's gonna be you. How tight are you going? Are you even looking at, like, is it inbred or is it line bred? So you're talking about going so many times. How you gonna really tell how tight it is? You're gonna look at your COI. You're gonna say, hey, I'm trying to stay under a percentage on your COI. That may be a way to do it. But from the looks of the dogs, you're probably gonna have to wait for it to break down, unless you got a threshold for your COI, and then you're gonna stop right there, right? Even if the dogs break down or not. All right, so let me see. I think I just got a message from T-Ray. So he got this K3, whatever, right? So I'm not going to be able to pull it up. All right, T-Ray, you sending me two. T-Ray, you just sent me 2 different pedigrees. You just sent me 2 different pedigrees. I need to kind of know what you got going on there. So what am I looking at? Damn, now I got 3 pedigrees, T-Ray. You about to give me a headache, bro. You're gonna have to break that down for me. I need to know what I'm looking at, T-Ray. So tell me what I'm looking at so I can try and pull it in on the screen and we can look at it. So I don't know if you're sending me a breeding or are you trying to send me a mother and a dad? It's gonna be harder for me to look at it if you send me a mom and a dad and then you're sending me pictures. So if you can pull this up on, it looks like you're on Bully Dex. If you can pull this up on Bully Dex and send me a link to this mating simulator, or if you got this mating simulated, send me a link to that, and then I'll pull that link up, and then we can look at this, And when you send that to me, bro, I just want you to know, man, these are my opinions. So I'll keep it as respectful as I can, man. And no matter what I say, it shouldn't really have, influence on the reason why you decided that this breeding is for you, So I will speak on that, as best as I can. But at the end of the day, man, don't let my words dictate what you plan on doing. All right. So in the meantime, T Ray, while you try to do that, man, I am going to work on bringing up the next one. What does COI mean? All right, let me bring that on my screen. What does COI means? Hey, look. All right, so look, I'll touch on that right quick. We'll touch on COI while I'm pulling up the next screen. COI is a coefficient of inbreeding. Real fancy word for how inbred is your dog. Scientific word, right? So the way they look at a coefficient of inbreeding is it's made up of the percentages, right? It's made up of the percentages of your dog. Hold on, let me drop this down right quick. Give me a second. Right. So the coefficient of inbreed is made up on the percentage of your dogs based on the generations. Kind of what I said last week. Like your mom, your dad, they're going to be 50%. And then you go back further, your grandparents, they're going to be 25%. So based on where you see a dog at in each generation, if you see a similar dog multiple times, it's going to calculate those percentages and tell you, hey, your coefficient of inbreeding is like 25%, 30%. And the coefficient of inbreeding is it's based on a dog, one dog, right? You can have several dogs that you've inbred in there, but if you got several dogs with high COIs, it should tell you. Like the pedigree that we had just looked at, that I took down. You're going to see a COI on Lucky Luciano. You're going to see a COI on Boss. You're going to see a COI on Dax. And then, the way you breed, you might say, hey, I don't want this to go over 30%. Some people say 25%. Some people say they don't want their COI to go over 15. So if you got let's say if you got a brother and a sister, for example, if you breed a brother and a sister together, your COI is out of the roof immediately, right? Because that's the same blood. That's likely. They got parents. So I think a brother and sister COI is like 50 right out the gate. I think it's 50 right out the gate, right? That's what I believe. So but I had to be sure. Not 100% sure. I want to say brother and sisters 50 out the gate, right? Because they're gonna have the same grandparents. Both of those dogs have the same grandparents. So that's how COI works. It's just the percentage of how inbred a dog is. How often do you see a similar dog in the pedigree? Now I know that was drawn out, so I'm sorry. But let's get this back on the screen. All right. Next one. We got Colossal. We got Dior Lilith. All right. So the thing with this is, what's this? This is a mating simulator. So what? I don't think I can click into these dogs and go further into the pedigree from here. No, yeah, it's not letting me click into these dogs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull these dogs up individually since I can't click in there. This dog name's Dior Lilith. All right, let's pull up Dior Lilith. All right, so let me see if I can look this dog up, man. Right, here we are. Right. So let's look this female up independently. Right. What we looking at here? I can tell y'all now, this will have a high COI. We got some boss going on. This a high COI, right? Line bred up. This is another one that's boss heavy, right? This is just the mom's pedigree so far, right? This the bottom side. Dior Lilith, right? So let's We can just look at this for a second. We can go back and forth. We can see a common theme. We can see a common theme right here immediately. Boss, Rocco, boss, chilling dreamer. Scroll down a little bit. Rocco, we know his dad is boss, son, Big Red, right? Now let's look at some of these dogs that we don't necessarily know. You know, who's Bella of Yolo County? What did they do? What did they do to take this back to boss? Fab Phenom. See, Fab was look. Phenom was doing his thing back then too. Look at this, Remy Martin. This is a dog you don't really get to see too often. A lot of people like this dog for its time. This dog was like the premier Razor's Edge dog. I'm surprised you do not see a lot. You don't see more behind him. I bet there's a pedigree out here that shows you what's behind him. But this is just Bully Deck, so we're not getting to see the full picture. But this is Remy Martin, right? Remy. I'm sure you've heard this dog's name. At some point in time, he was that dog, right? So this is interesting. Oh, look at this. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Here he is again. Here he is again. So this is getting quite interesting to me. I like to see this. Dogs on the bottom, same dog on the top. Wait a minute. No wonder. Because here we are. This is her. Okay, so, this is her son. Gotcha. This is, nope, sorry. This is her. Yeah, they took her to Phenom, got her son, bred her back to her son. Ooh, it's getting freaky, right? You know what I'm saying? Real freaky, deep South freaky. Yeah, so, I'm looking at it like, all right, so they got Remy down there, they got Remy up here. Then I see her. She's Remy line on Bambi. This is dope, right? This is dope. I like to see stuff like this. You know, sometimes people wonder, like, yo, should you take a son back to his mother? You never know. I've heard somebody ask that last week. Should you take a son back to his mother? Right? That's what they did here. But look at this girl. So they took this girl, you know, razor edge frame. They took this to Fab Phenom. Look what came out of that. This dog is un chicharito. Un chicharito. Right? I'm pretty sure I'm saying that correctly. Look at this dog. That's a nice dog. All right, so that's beautiful. Let's take a step back, right? He created Bella of Yolo County Bull. We can't see her too much, right? We can't see her too much. They took that to Eminent Boss. We know Eminent Boss gonna go back to Dax. We know Phenom go back to Dax. Remy Martin, I don't think there's no relation there to Dax. It's not showing on the pedigree, but I don't think there's no relation there to Dax, right? So, anyways, and then they go back to Rocco. Right, Raider. We know Raider, right? Chilindrina is Chilindrina. This is Raider's mom, right? We seen her last week. We seen her last week in the pedigree. We seen her last week in the pedigree, right? Chilindrina. This is Raider's mom. So YOLO. So that father to son combo. I'm sorry, that son to mother combination, pretty good. Look pretty good here. They took this to boss. You get Chilindrina. You take her back to another boss, back to a boss son, which is Rocco, right? And you get Ohio Raider. And right? So we just seen Big Red, right? So we're not gonna dig into Big Red again. We just seen what this is. Just to recap, that is Rocco's gonna take you back to boss. Boss gonna take you back to Dax. On the bottom side, Hot Topic is gonna take you back to Chavez. Jesus, what's the dog name? Chavez Bulls. All right, I gotta click on it because my memory already broke. Chavez Bully Camp Cash Pot, right? And then Cash Pot goes back to Dax. Midwest Monsters, Pimp Juice, right? Like we just discussed. I don't know why Cash Pot left me out. So now let's look at here. What we have here. Boom, 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 boom. Let's open this up. Oh, Louis V. Dax. Dax, more Dax. And then this also, this Louis V, inbred Dax, right? Reliance Macy Gray. Listen, Reliance is one of my favorite lines. I'm happy to see this right here. I'm happy to see Reliance, right? Reliance Macy Gray. And then this is Choncho Lil Fonzarelli. They don't have Fonzarelli pedigree in here, but I've looked at this dog a lot in the past. Fonzarelli, he's ultimately going to take you back to Garfield, I want to say. I want to say Fonzarelli is a Garfield son. If anybody out there know what Fonzarelli is, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he is a Garfield son. Blue Force, right? Garfield, or is it Blue Pride? What is it called? So then we are running out of things here already. So, no, nothing to look at. But I know Macy Gray's beautiful dog, right? Reliance dog. So Macy Gray. Boom, boom, boom. And then that's Reliance Zoo. So let's check out this last one. Mustang. Casablanca. Purple Line. I don't know anything about Purple Line. That's a good opportunity there. I don't know anything about Purple Line, right? These dogs on the bottom, I haven't seen in pedigrees before. So this is my first time seeing these. So let's take a step back on these two and let's just see what's behind there, because these are new dogs for me. AIK. All right, I'm very familiar with this. Boston George, right? Okay. We know Boston George. At least we know Boston George. Who knows Boston George? I mean, I know a lot of y'all had some Boston George at some point. If you've been in this breed long enough, you probably had some Boston George blood, right? AIK's Boston George. So we know that. And then this pedigree, that ends there. So I guess that's about far we're gonna go on that one. So we got all of that, boom, 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 just to get short fuse. So we didn't see Rocco, Dax, Reliance down there. We didn't also see some muscle tone, right? We seen some muscle tone here, Casablanca, right? A lot of muscle tone. Casablanca, himself, he's a lot of muscle tone, right? And so it's a lot. So down here, you got a lot. You got a lot down there, right? And they take this to Lime Bread Boss. Once they take that to Lime Bread Boss, which is Raider, they get DR Lilith, right? So let's go back and look at what they took that to. Colossal. You see this? This is interesting already, right? Here we go. Raider. Immediately interesting to me. We just seen that. Somebody said, I remember Mr. Assassin. I used to chase that blood, right? Was that one of Boston George's best sons or something? I don't know. So, right, we just seen this. It's colossal. Boss, right? Boss. He's boss. Rocco. Ruby Rockstar. Chilindrina. Chilindrina. Here she is again. Chilindrina. Chilindrina is the grandmother of Colossal, right? So let's look at, so now we went back here a little bit, right? We know what boss goes to Yolo County. Let's pull this Chilindrina. All right, so now we know what's behind that. We're gonna pull back up her 3-gen pedigree, so we can get a look at this again, because all right, let's pull this one back up. Now we know what's behind this. We can get a close Closer, closer. Look. Guess what I done did? I done pulled up the last screen again. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Well, I tell y'all what I'm gonna do since I can't find it. Let's just pull this back up anyway. Right? Here we go. Sorry. They called them purple tries back then. Purple tries, that's a lilac, right? Purple tries lilac, right? Love the hat. Man, look at this. Look at this. We took a tough L. What was that, about 2 weeks ago? It's all good though. You know, you win some, you lose some. We still dogs though. But Vegas got the best of us 2 weeks ago. But anyways, so we seen what's all behind this. So now let's just look at what's up front. So Dior Lilith, Raider. Y'all see Raider. Here we go. This is another heavy one, right? Well, this is another heavy one. So we got him. We got him last week. This same guy sent the pedigree in last week. It was Chilindrina to Golden Child, right? And as you see now, they also bred Chilindrina to Rocco to help make Raider. So here you go. You start seeing the similarities, right? Once you see the similarities, you start zeroing in on the similarities here. That's the first thing I like to do. Hey, what do I see in common as soon as I start digging into these pedigrees? Let me see if I can focus on what I see. So I open this up. First thing I'm looking at, I see Raider. I go down. I see Raider. Okay. He's a grandparent, the grandfather, top and bottom. So we're going to push that back. So if Raider's there, then you know the lineage behind Raider is going to be the same every time. Rocco, Chilindrina down there. Big Red, we know that's a Rocco son. So what are we seeing here? What's starting to repeat itself is Rocco, right? Rocco is repeating himself a lot. And you go up here, Folking, Ruby Rockstar, also a Rocco daughter. So you're looking at this and 3 gens. You're looking at 1, 2, 3 times Rocco and 3 gens. But you push it back another generation behind Big Red, you got Rocco again. Interesting. So what's your thoughts on this pedigree, right? Somebody says a lot of Rocco. I think it's a lot of Rocco too. I think it's a lot of Rocco. Do I think it's too much? I don't think it's too much. But what's your thoughts on this one? What's next? What is next for this dog here? You line breeding it or you outcrossing it? So hold on. Let me bring this one up a little bit bigger so y'all can see this. I need to know, are y'all line breeding this or are you outcrossing? Say some time, look at that. Everybody ain't got to speak at once. Let me move my name from down there. So let's see. Let me drop this so y'all can see what's going on down there a little bit better. Y'all line breeding, y'all outcrossing. If you line breeding, what dog do you think works for this? What's next? If you have a female from this breeding, what male would you like to deal with right now? Are you looking for another colossal son to probably take this to? Are you looking for a Rocco son? Are you looking for a Boss son? Are you looking for Grim? What do you want? You want Grim to be a little further? I'm sorry, you want Rocco to be a little further back? You want to line breed on Colossal? You line breed on Colossal, then you also going to be increasing your Raider. What are your thoughts? Let's see what we talking about in the pedigree. I'm going back to boss. I'm going back to boss. So going back to boss, that's a common thing. How do you go back to boss when you can't use boss? So you're going back to a boss son, you're going back to a boss grandson, and then once you do that, these dogs are closer than boss. So boss gonna be in there, but you pull in a higher percentage of a dog like Rocco, right? Rocco is already in the pedigree closer than boss. So if that's your fastest route back to boss, then you're going to be line breeding more on Rocco than you will be boss. Right? Rocco's already in here. You got your first generation, your 50. Then you got your Raider. He's going to be these are your 25s. You take that back, what you see Rocco at, that's your 12 and a half, 12.5s. And then you go back to your boss. That's going to be half of that. That's going to be 6% coefficient of inbreeding if you're trying to get back to boss, right? You're going to have that six times 3. But you got Rocco here. He's going to be 12 times 3. And then you got Big Red there. So that's going to push you back to Rocco again. So you're going to have a tough time trying to get back to boss if you try to do it going through Rocco. The only way that you're going to pull boss out of this without basically getting more characteristics from Rocco, you got to go directly to boss. You ain't going to be able to get that. Are any of the females Rocco in the 3rd gen? Are any of the females Rocco in the 3rd generation? What do you mean by that question? I don't know if I understand. Are any of the females Rocco in the 3rd generation? Yeah, I guess if I'm looking at this right. So this mom down here, Dior Lilith herself, she would have Rocco in her 3rd because this is Big Red, who's a Rocco son. So her first, this kid's first, Dior Lilith herself, her first gen would be Raider and Chloe. Her 2nd gen goes back here where you see Big Red at, and then behind Big Red, your 3rd gen would be Rocco. So Dior Lilith would have Rocco in her 3rd gen. So yeah, you have that there. Rockstar if possible. You breeding back to the girl. You're breeding back to Ruby Rockstar. There's some dogs out here that can do that for you. There are some dogs out here that can do that for you. If you look at a lot of pedigrees, you'll see Royal Swiss Miss Callie. There's some, yeah, you can line breed back to a female as well. We like to talk about the males a lot, but it is very possible to breed back to a female. I think that's a very slept on method. So you can bring back to Ruby Rockstar. You want to see what other sons she got out there, you can do that. You can even see what other kids Miss Callie got out there. You can take it that way too. That's very slept on though. I could do you one better, Miss Callie. What you mean by that? You can do me one better? Yeah, Miss Callie to Rocco. I also seen a breeding Miss Callie also was bred to Grim before too. So you can definitely get back to this blood. You can line breed to a mother. I don't think nobody does it that often, but you can. You can line breed to a mother. But maybe we can talk about that one another day, right? Line breeding to a mother. That'll be an interesting topic. Let me see what I got from T-Ray, right? Let's see if T Ray sent me that link, and we'll try to do this right here on the spot. I don't know if T Ray's still online. Hey T Ray, hit me up if you still online, bro, because we're gonna do this right here. So hopefully you're still in the comments, bro. Let me know if you're still in there. I'm working on getting this link open. So I just told T Ray, send me his pedigree today, and we can try and take a look at it. And that was he wasn't even he ain't send me nothing earlier. All right, yeah, I see him. T Ray. He said, yo, he's still in here. All right. So T Ray said, yo, can y'all take a look at this breeding? And I said, you know what, this is gonna be interesting. Right? This is a new show. So I'm taking things in stride as it come in. So why not? Let's try this. Let's see if we can do one from the comments on the spot. So I'm gonna get T Ray's in here, and while he in the comments, we gonna see if we can do it that way. All right. Let me drop me off right quick. All right. Let's take a look at this. Thanks, fam. I just want to hear your opinion. Hey, T Ray, like I said, these are my opinions. They don't carry any weight, bro, other than, what I decide to do with my program and how I would breed. So, please take it with a grain of salt, man. And whatever you got that that you gonna do, please, man, continue to do that regardless. All right, so let's check this out. Somebody said these dogs are not available. What do you mean these dogs are not available? All right, so look what T-Ray got going on. T-Ray got going on something interesting already. Like dogs. K3 son to a K3 daughter. So right off the rip, we can immediately say, all right, T-Ray, we see what you got going on, my boy. We see what you got going on, my boy, which is line bred K3. Right? So let's dig into this one a little bit, T, right? Let's dig into this one a little bit. Right, you got line bred K3. Block line bred K3. K2 son. So we know, well, I can't say we know. I know, what's behind K2. You go behind K2, you're gonna get some big boy. You got some big boy blood back there, which I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of big boy blood. Okay, but let's see what's on the females. So we know the K3 is gonna be the same. So let's see what the bottom side is bringing into the picture. That's gonna be different, right? And I don't even know if there is even a line bred K3 out there at all. I can't say I've seen a line bred K3 yet, right? I've seen line bred K2 already, K2 daughter to K2 son. They got some other dogs out there, Playboy. Blockline got a good lineup, right? But I can't say I've seen this K3 daughter to K3 son yet. But, it could be out there. It could be out there. Like Damien said, T-Ray, that's some futuristic shit. I see you, my boy. Right. I don't know. Oh, okay. So here you go. Here he is. Yes, sir. Thanks, fam. No, there isn't a line bred K3 yet that I know of, right? It could exist, but shit. If we ain't heard about it right now, I mean, as far as we know, at this point, you the first. So I'm interested to see what's on the mom side at this point. We got some Red Evo. So Red Evo is he's definitely a Benino dog, right? Uh, the other mom is a son of Cujo line, Offset, right? I'm not familiar with these dogs, so I'm definitely gonna pull them up and I'm gonna see what we can get into. So let me try this. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm on Bully Dex now, off screen. Y'all can't see it, but what I'm gonna do is pull up. I'm gonna pull up K Michelle. Let's pull up K Michelle. Not seeing your K Michelle in here. This is on Bully Dex, right? Okay, got her. All right, let's bring K Michelle into the picture. All right, here we go. All right, we got K Michelle. It's a daughter. Red Evo, Judge, right? Judge. This says redefine Red Evo. All right, Benino. So Benino is also Judge, right? Yeah, Judge, Miyagi, Dax Parkside Willie, Judge, and then you got Red Evo. So you got Judge. Okay, dun dun dun. Judge, granddaughter, Judge, granddaughter to a Judge son. All right. So this lady Gigi, she's a judge. She's a judge dog. If you ran Gigi, you would probably see Judge is gonna be the dog that's gonna pop up majority of the time. Oh, did somebody say litter mates? Red Evo. Red Evo is right. Yeah, Red Evo is a litter mate to Benino. Oh, look at that. Boom. Good catch, right? Good catch. Parkside Bullies. Cookie. Judge. Miyagi. Dax. Parkside. You're right. Mm, that's interesting. That's interesting, man. Good catch, Elijah. Good catch. Somebody said that's Benino brother, I thought. Yeah, it is. This is Benino's litter mate brother. So he took the sister to the unc. I'm sorry. Took a daughter to the unc. Boom. You still gonna see your judge. Judge is gonna be your dog that's gonna pop up and show up the most on the coefficient inbreed. And then they took that to K3. Okay. So there's another dog in here. There's another female. There's another female, right? Um, who was the female on the top side of that? Let me see if I can find that. Her name was Nola Hardhead. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Not another female. The Octavia. Damn, her name just Octavia? Bro, you know how hard it is gonna be for me to find a dog that name is only Octavia? Well, guess what? It wasn't hard at all. All right, second dog that popped up. Thank goodness. All right. Okay. We don't have much to work with back here. Right. Let's start with the mother of Octavia. Let's what's going on with Master? Not giving us nothing to work with. All right. But we're starting to see some repetition here though. Miyagi's the father of Judge, which we saw on the bottom half of the female we just left from K Michelle. You know, she had a lot of judge blood there. So we're seeing some consistencies here, right? Nala Bull, Dax. All right. We also know Judge is a Dax son. So, like, once again, no matter how you line breeding, how you outcrossing, we keep on getting to Dax one way or another. All right. So down here, Zoe, she got some Judge, Dax, line bred stuff there. We ran out of pedigrees down here, but hey, let's move back up to what do we have here? Wasabi Bullies G, baby. Wasabi Bullies, right? So we got some. This is a lot of exotic blood, right? It's a lot of exotic blood back there. Here we go again, though. We still seeing Miyagi. So we seeing Miyagi like top and bottom on both of these females. Okay. That was Wasabi G, baby. What's on Wasabi's Rachel Ray, Kingpin Line Loco, Goliath. All right. So we know Cali Kingpin. Well, I can't say we know Cali Kingpin. So let's just go back. Let's just go back a little bit because we don't know Cali Kingpin. If you look at Kingpin Line Loco LV, he is a line break Goliath 2 dog. So let's just go back and look at what this is right quick. No way they don't have this on there. Oh, I guess they sent us too old. Do we have any information available for this? Whoa, Romeo. Look at that star, man. We seeing Remy Martin got live tonight, right? All right, let's pull this back. All right, so now we know what these females are. Now we know what these females are. Yeah, let's see. He said, wow, Goliath line bred got that short. Yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it because so you're already line breeding. So once you start line breeding, those genes tend to go down in size anyway. And so I don't know what's on Vanity. We can't see that. We can't see the height there. But there's some it's a lot of exotic going on in here as well. That's bringing that height down. Ooh, Remy Martin, not a lot of height, right? Romeo, that's not a short dog, right? So kind of looking at this. Cali Kingpin, Black Widow. No, that's not exotic either. I can't see. I don't know. I don't know, Elijah. I take a second look at this. I'm kind of like, I take a second look at this. Loco LV. That dog papers look home. I think they own them papers. Y'all don't say nothing though. Keep that down. Y'all keep that down though. Damn. All right, T-Ray. I know you ain't got nothing to do with that. That happened way back in yonder. You got the results of that, but damn, bro, that's crazy. I'm looking at this black dog right here, Cali Kingpin's Black Widow. I'm looking at that like, oh, that looks like like it could be an exotic, but it got all of these, this letters and stuff in front of it. That, Dex, da 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 da. You can't really see. So, but when I look at that a little bit closer, man, I'm like, oh hell no. I'm not understanding where this exotic coming from. So you did all of this, all of these black dogs in blue, and boom, chocolate. exotic. Chocolate exotic. But according to the papers, we are looking at a exotic that's line bred off of Cali Kingpin's Goliath 2, which is a standard. So yeah. So I guess if you line breed a standard, you can possibly get a chocolate exotic. All right, let's keep it moving. Man, that junk kind of threw me off for today. Look at this. Down here, it's crazy. It's freaky down here, though, bro. This is freaky down here. T-Ray, this is freaky down here, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is freaky. Look at this. This is a brother sister breed. It's freak nasty too. You know what I mean? I ain't really got to go too deep in this. Y'all can see that. Prodigy Bully Camp, Naruto, Prodigy Bully Camp, Sakura, Prodigy Bully Camp, Naruto, Prodigy Bully Camp, Sakura. It's a brother and sister breed. And then you get this. Okay. All right. So Arkansas. What Arkansas got to do with anything? What Arkansas mean? So you take these two dogs, take them together, right? You're going exotic at this point. You're going exotic. Whose pedigree was that, man? That was crazy. That was crazy. We went deep into that, and I don't even know where we had left off at. All right, yeah, Wasabi bullies Rachel Ray. Okay, so we went down into Rachel Ray, and then they took that to G Baby. All right, so man, we got a lot of exotic stuff going on over here, but I still want to go down here, see what's here on Big Dog Bully's Freight Train, and let's go into that a little bit. Let me see what you're seeing right here. He said, "Are the Avatar dogs named brother and sister too? Brother and sister breeding?" Let's check it out before we go any further. Let's check it out. No, they're from the same kennel though. You know, this is bull blood, pork chop, bull blood. You know, Camarilla. But let's go back there though. Let's see what's behind it though. Damn, how they ain't got pictures, but behind them got pictures. That's weird. Somebody just skipped them. That wasn't no love. All right, so no, so you got an inbreeding here though, right? You can see gold lines, Goliath. Then they took a daughter. They took it back to him. So yeah, that's an inbreeding. Yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be no more pictures back there. That's crazy. So let's check out this other one, Camarilla. Why I can't go? I can't go into this one. Let's in. Hold on. Did I just click on this one? Camarilla? Because if not, let me go to pork chop. Because Jesus Christ, man. All right, there's another brother and sister breeding, man. There's another brother and sister breeding. So you check this out. They're trying to leave some pictures out. They probably want to throw you off the trail a little bit, but so when you look at this, man. So I wasn't even gonna look at that because I was like, man, they ain't got no photos there. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna show anything back further. But man, this is a brother and sister breeding. And then we just seen one of those up here too. Right. This is also a brother and sister breeding as well. All right. So a Feeny Carter is the result of a brother sister breeding. Mm. We've seen another brother and sister breeding right on the top. But interestingly enough, they don't look the same. So you breed this dog up, you get this dog Zoe, right? That's just the breed type is coming together. The brother and sister breeding. Is the brother and sister breeding working for y'all? Do you see this dog, right? Would you say this brother and sister pairing is working for you after you breed that brother and sister offspring? Is this one working for y'all? And then let's go back and look at the other one. So you take these brothers and sisters, then you got this one called Soy's Gabby. You breed this one up, and this gives you Wasabi Bully's Ray. Is this working for y'all? Let me see if I can get her picture bigger. But this is just the biggest I can get her picture. Is this working for y'all? I get to tune in a little bit before I go into work. Ruel, what's up, bro? Thank you for tapping in, man. Thank you for tapping in. Hey, you missed it earlier, Ruel, man. We did this pedigree, Dior Lilith, like Chilindrina, colossal stuff, man. It was a good one, man. You missed it. You missed it. Oh, here he go. Here he go. Half brother, half sister works. Never tried litter mates. Never tried litter mates. Right. Here we go though. I still need to get back to it because that joint had threw me off track a little bit. Look, T-Ray, I appreciate you for putting this on the show. And like I said, these are my personal opinions. But man, it's a lot of wild stuff going on back here in this pedigree. I ain't never really been into one pedigree where I've seen two brother sister breedings and some and possibly home papers that you can like visibly see. This is some interesting fucking stuff in one pedigree, bro. Like, where's this at? This T-Ray, you from Florida. So Florida be doing wild stuff. This is a Florida man pedigree. This is wild. So, man, Tony Glad says that Gilbert did a brother sister breeding and the pups look damn good, right? I think the thing about doing a brother and sister breeding is not necessarily pups, but what you do with the offspring of that, with the pups that you get from the brother and sister breed. The goal is to breed that back out, right? Not to just keep the pup. But we seeing some crazy shit tonight, man. I ain't even got through this pedigree. T-Ray, you came in here, bro, you turned up. Wonder what the COI is on this. The COI is probably low, right? Because we kind of getting further and further back. We just kind of dug a little bit deep because I didn't know the females that was in T-Ray's pedigree, so we kind of went back into their generations. But we come up here. This the dog Octavia, which is one of the females that was bred to K3. I'm sorry, K3. This is one of the females that was bred to K3. So he has a K3 son, also being bred to a K3 daughter. So this is one of the females bred to K3. So we going, kind of going backwards a little bit. But let me move forward because I done got sidetracked big time with this wild Florida man pedigree. I ain't seen no Dax yet. Man, bro, I don't know what I done seen today, man. This one's a crazy one, bro. If I see one more brother, sister in this pedigree, T-Ray, that's gonna take the cake, bro. All right, G-Train. There's your Dax. Whoever said I ain't seen no Dax, there you go. There's your Dax. And we got some Remy line in there, right? We got G-Train, Bully Nation Soul. All right, Suarez, Bull, Picasso. Paco, man. True Tank Paco. beautiful, amazing razor's edge dog. Started making that pocket wave here. Boom. Let's go up here. Remy line. Let's see if we got Remy Martin. We ain't got no Remy Martin back there. We ain't got no Remy Martin back there. All right. Okay. All right. I think it's just one more dog to look at here. More Dax. Foreman. There we go. We got some Remy. So you got Remy line. Across to Dax there. Both of these. This is Remy Dax. This is Remy Dax. This is Remy Dax. So we got this, and then we got this up there. Just a lot of exotics or whatever to give you this dog Cujo line offset. All right, now let's get back to the first 3-gen pedigree. Now that we done went back and look at this, we done went deep. So let's stop that for a second. Let's get back into the 3-gen pedigree, man. Hold on. Before we get into the 3-gen pedigree, what's your opinion on what we were seeing there? The brother, sister, what's your opinion just as a whole? Because I know he's about to line breed this K3 way. So a lot of what's going on here is gonna come to a head, and it's gonna start going in a similar direction, because now he's gonna have the top and the bottom side of his pedigree with similar blood. But based on what's back there, man, what do y'all think, man? Here's this question again. What does this mean? What does this mean? Arkansas. Is Arkansas supposed to be like some deep south, like backwood inbreeding type state? Because I never knew that. I normally hear people say some other states that I ain't gonna speak on. I ain't gonna say nothing about no other states tonight. But what do y'all think about the pedigree as a whole and what's back there? All right, let's bring up the 3-gen. Let's bring up. Is this it? Let me see if this is the right one. All right, boom. Here we go. We went down, around the corner, under the tunnel, over the bridge. We've seen a lot. We've seen a lot on that journey. This is probably my favorite pedigree that I've done on this show so far. And I don't have no opinions about it being tight or outcross or the dog. No, this is just my favorite. I just learned so much just now going through that pedigree. I seen a lot, man. I've seen a lot. I've seen this whole roadmap, and this wasn't like your normal roadmap where you got some line breedings, like what's the odds of seeing 2 brother sister breeds in a potential home maybe? What's the odds of seeing that in one pedigree? So this to me, this pedigree is super interesting. Super interesting. And it's mostly all of the activity is on this mom side that they took to K3 already, right? This dog Octavia. And then it's not even just there. I think it's just the Cujo line side. No, because it was a brother and sister down there on Zoe's side too. So Octavia, this dog Octavia, interesting dog, man. Wow. Talking about Arkansas times, man, west of us. Glad I put it up. I have about 6 bulls of K3. One is K2 granddaughter. This one said Red Evil to his little mate brother daughter is fire to me. Yeah, see that's a uncle breeding. That's quite common. That's quite common. T-Ray said he has this in his yard. Well, in the beginning, inbreeding was needed to create the bull. Right? A second round of inbreeding can occur if only one or two of the male sons are used. When the size of the breed increases, inbreeding will be less important, but it is the breeding technique that is often used to develop a new breed or strain that breeds true for a type. What are you talking about, strains and stuff? You sound like you're talking about marijuana. Man, you putting up these paragraphs, bro. I can't keep up with this, dang. What does this mean? What does this mean? A second round of inbreeding. I gotta read this slow. It's too, bro, you're doing too much. A second round of inbreeding can occur if only one or two of the male sons are used. Gotta stop right there. One or two of the male sons. So my dog, the male, has kids, and I use one or two of them. When the size of the breed increases, inbreeding will be less important, but it is a breeding technique that is often used to develop a new breed or strain that breeds true for type. Bro, this is a Google thing or something, bro? When the size of the breed increases. So when our breed grows to a point that we have I guess, a bigger pool of blood, the need to inbreed will be less. Is that what you're saying? Inbreeding will be less important when we have a bigger gene pool, but it is a breeding technique that is often used to develop a new breed. Okay, so we're a new and developing breed or strain that breeds true for type. All right, I got you, man. That's a long ass Google ass fucking statement that I had to break down sentence by sentence. You hurt my goddamn head. All right, let me get that long ass shit off my screen. Check this out, y'all, man. I'm gonna wrap it up with that one right there today. I'm gonna wrap it up with that. I really appreciate y'all for tapping in, for sending me pedigrees, going back and forth with me, good commentary. I learned a lot tonight. I hope y'all did too. Um, y'all tap back in with me. Send me some pedigrees. Tell a friend to tell a friend to bring a pedigree. Meet me here Friday. Could be a Saturday. 9 p.m. Could be 10 p.m. I really can't say, man. But once again, appreciate y'all. If y'all traveling out to the jungle tomorrow or tonight, thank you for tapping in. Be safe. Hope y'all have a good time. Put y'all hands on some dogs. When y'all get out there, let me know what they look like so I can probably lock some in, man. Please don't delete the live so I can watch the whole show. I will not be deleting the live. You can find this on DCB Ray Wilson. You know what? I'll show you where you can find it at. Here you go, man. You can find this on YouTube. You can find this on Facebook. And it's also going to be on my personal page, which is DCB Ray Wilson. My Facebook page, you type in DCB Kennels, Different Cloth Bullies, either one. It'll pop up. You can see it in there. If I did your dog, you can cut that section and you can send it to your mama. Look, mom, I was on TV. Tell your mom that your pedigree made it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing special to it though. Everybody pedigree can make it. Just send it to me, man. And to everybody else, y'all take care. Y'all have a good night. And we're going to drop this with y'all, man. Be easy.